Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Louisville Cardinals and Arizona.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
Here are the starters for Louisville. Fulton in at the 4 spot. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then it's White, and it's Mack in at center. The shot's good from Lawson.
Well, guys, for Louisville in the last decade or so, it's been a bit of a renaissance in basketball. A title in 2013 gives them 3 total now. One of the premier programs in the country for sure.
So it's Louisville now. Arizona getting their last shot to go. And White kicks to Freak, and it's sent back by Mitchell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got his first basket.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Well, Greg, Louisville with 3 college national championships. The first 2 coming in the 80s. Their coach then, Denny Crum.
Yeah, they won 2 back in 80 and then also 86. The program hasn't had a lot of coaching changes. Almost everyone who leads the program stays on for a long time.
Arizona shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Jefferson. 2 shots.
And the free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. So it's Louisville now. It's a 3-point game. Takes the 13-footer and the basket by Rozier.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Lawson. Louisville getting their last shot to go. Kicks to Lewis. The 10-footer. Arizona with another miss. Arizona on D. Freak with it. Now Lawson defending. Rozier the pass to Freak. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
They set the pick. Lawson dishes to Johnson. Lewis passes to Hollis Jefferson. Inside. He kicks it to Johnson. Arizona moving the ball around. Shot clock at 3. And it's Mitchell missing. Here's Mack. The pass to Rozier. At the elbow, it's Freak. Out to the right wing. Back to Sanders. Pass to Rozier. Now the dish to Freak. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
You know, Freak just hasn't been able to perform how we're accustomed to seeing him up until this point. I mean, he just hasn't been able to string anything together.
There are a lot of things that might be affecting him. You know, with his reputation, defenses will pay special attention to him. And that might be throwing him off a little bit here in this game.
Taking a look at Arizona. They've got Mitchell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Johnson. And it's Lewis in at the 5, roaming the paint. White. They grab their own miss. Sanders against Lawson. Sanders with the ball.
Sticking too much.
And stolen by Lawson. And now it's Lawson running. He can go all the way. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Lawson. Johnson's got the lead up to 3 now for Arizona.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And it's a completely new group for Arizona. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
On the court right now for the Cardinals, Fulton, he's in at the 4 spot. Sanders is out there with Rozier. Then it's White, and it's Mack in at the center position. Sanders' shot is good.
And with Arizona, you know they are going to be competitive year in and year out. They do a great job of recruiting, and they always seem to feel the team ready to make a deep run in the tournament. Just a very consistent program.
Here is Lawson. After the Cardinals picked up 3 with their last shot, Mitchell, and he banks in the lane. Mitchell's got it all tied up now for Arizona.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Now here's Freak. They set the pick. And there's the feed to Mack. Rozier the pass to Mack. Dishes to White. Here's Fulton. And the layup's good off the glass. Freak's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Cardinals. The key word with Arizona, Clark, is consistency. Always in the tournament, usually make it a few rounds.
Yeah, and typically as a top seed is why they do that. Since '85, Arizona has only missed the tournament 1 time.
Johnson can't get it to go. So it's Louisville now. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Outside, White. Feeds it to Sanders. Here's Fulton. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And it's a 4-point Louisville lead.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in. And that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Again, Johnson missing. Cardinals leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And that one's good. Freak.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lawson. Here's Hollis Jefferson. White covering. Johnson the screen. Back to Lawson. Fires the three. There's the bucket. Good.
And the defense we've seen today reminds me of that great defensive era back in the 80s. Wouldn't you say so, Clark?
Well, hold up now, Greg. Let's wait a minute. I know you played in the 90s and you were part of the Knicks teams that were known for defense and mugging guys. But there was defense played in the 80s, but it was a more free-flowing offensive game, and that's the way I choose to look at what we're seeing now. This is the beautiful game on display between the lines.
So both teams changing it up here. Is checked in for Ewing. So for the Cardinals, they could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
You've got Williams, and it's Robertson at the foul.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
.41 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Here's Rozier. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And they go to the intentional foul. And that misses, and no second shot coming to him this time.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
Now, here's Sanders. He had Freak, top of the key. To tie it up. He's off from three.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Out of bounds, Arizona takes possession.
Execution, fellas. Do your job. Freak, you're our leader out there. Execute.
And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
So Arizona wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
For Craig Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Hart. It's the Michigan Wolverines facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for Michigan, Ellis is out there with Jones, and it's Smith, and there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the two-guard spot. Now here's Sanders. Freak sets a screen for Sanders. Out to the wing. Here's White. Off target from three-point range. Cardinals on D. Crawford drives in to the middle. Here's Smith. Crawford kicks to Smith. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah, Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros, all of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest of all time.
Both free throws good from Smith. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
Flash passes to Crawford. Pass to Flash. Pass to Smith. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
And one thing that Louisville has is a very good track record of always remaining in the title picture. More often than not, they are considered to have as good a shot as any of winning the tournament. They are truly a college hoops powerhouse.
Rozier, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. And Louisville does it with team basketball. I mean, they have their share of players that went on to the NBA. Gorgie Zhang and Earl Clark come to mind recently. But overall, this is a program that relies on the sum of the whole being greater than the individual parts.
Here's Ellis, banked in off the glass. Ellis has got his first basket of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Rozier. White dishes to Freak. Here's Jones. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jones has got his first bucket in this one. Rozier the pass to Freak. Now the dish to Sanders. To the left side wing. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Clock at 6. Stolen. Here's Flash. Clean by Ellis. Flash passes to Crawford. Down low. It's deflected. Here's Rozier. Louisville, no good that time either. Here's Flash. Smith right side. Offensive rebound. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And guys, over the years, Louisville has had a reputation of being a high-flying offense. You know they'll play at a high tempo and create a lot of chances. It's just what has worked for the program for so long.
Fulton in at the 4 spot. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then it's White, and it's Mack in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Sanders. Shot clock at 2. Unloads. Mack, no luck. Well, Greg, you said it moments ago, Louisville. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach. But I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
On the court for Michigan, they've got Smith. Jones is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2. Sanders, high post. Outside, White. Dishes to Freak. White a screen. Freak with it. Jones covering. Here's Mack, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he ripped it down.
Crawford kicks to Jones. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to Louisville. White's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan. A lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Now here's Freak. Crawford against Sanders. To the paint. Here's Fulton.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day.
And so it's Louisville with it. They trail by 1. Fulton, he's in at center. Sanders is out there with Price. Then it's Thomas. And it's Hughes in at the 3. To take the lead. No good. Now the Wolverines take it the other way. Well, Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools perhaps for a long time.
And, apart from the Fab 5 group, Kevin, the Wolverines can also name Glenn Rice as an alum. Outstanding NBAer, and Trey Burke and Nick Stauskas, recent grads from Ann Arbor. Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question. Flash passes to Taylor. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Thomas. Price outside. Hughes kicks to Freak. Sanders dishes to Thomas. Pass to Freak. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
We've got 1:55 left here in the second inning, and the basket good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Crawford passes to Flash. Inside. Here's Smith. Nice touch on the shot from close range. And Michigan leads by 1.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Outside, White. It's Freak, top of the key. They set the pick. Fires the 3. Here's Mack, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Mack's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. The feed to Smith. It's Jones on the wing. Ellis outside. And stolen by Freak.
And you know, with Freak, you can see with his combination of size and movement why people are so high on him at the next level. I mean, there is no ceiling to how good he can be.
It just isn't very often that you have a big man as polished as Freak. There are a lot of guys his size and a lot of players who are as skilled as he is, but it is rare to have it all in one play.
Back to Smith. It's rebounded by Louisville.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
And it's Freak with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And they go to the intentional foul. And so it's Louisville with it. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting for the Cardinals, Terry Rozier. 2 shots.
And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-and-1.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for Louisville, Milan Knapp.
And a nice job at nailing the first one of the 1-and-1, so the chance now to make it 2. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Left side Jones. Will it go? Knocks down the trifecta.
For 3.
And that's an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he Cannot convert on the second. That misses. Off on that one. So we see the Cardinals get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt. But give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for joining us.